So actually, in Norway, from May 17 growing up, that was the highlight of the year. Everything has to be perfect, from your bunad to your flag and everything. That was the biggest day of the year.
17th of May in Norway, so that would have been in the 80s, and I remember that was shortly after the Olympics, and everybody started to wear bunads, and that was always very festive. I loved the bunads and how proud people were when they got a bunad, when they were confirmed, and how proud they were to wear them. That's what I remember.
I actually grew up in Norway, so I have lots of memories from Syttende Mai. Generally, I would participate in like 3 to 4 parades a day. I was a scout, and we would always get to go in the front and carry the big flags right behind the police, and I really liked that.
The first time I went to Norway, I was 18 years old. It was on a great trip with the Ballard Youth Band. I was the person who carried the flag in the parade for the Stavanger Syttende Mai parade, and the Ballard Youth Band was right behind me.
I noticed when we were there a couple of years ago with my daughter Tina and her husband that it's just huge now. It's so many people. We were getting tired of watching all these children in the parade march around in front of the king up in the palace. But it's a wonderful, wonderful celebration.
Well, first I would say that it's not like the 4th of July. I would say it's a very formal day. It's Norwegian. It's the Norway Constitution Day. It's not an Independence Day.
Pølse and mumpa and solo is necessary for that day, if you ask me.
I would say the must-haves are a hot dog, pølse, solo, ice cream, a flag, and a big smile.
Hip hip hurra!
Gud signe Norges land, var eng, var land, var strand, var lugn og liv, var lugn og liv. Till evig tid. Her stiger stort og blått, vår fagre heimland slått, med tid og tår, med tid og tår, og som dere
My introduction to Norwegian fjord horses occurred on a trip with my mother to Norway in the mid-90s. At the Briksdal Glacier, we were transported to the base in a traditional cart, ground-driven by a horse using unique harness commonly found throughout the country. Sundog and Hansi are my pair of Norwegian fjord horses. Sundog is now 15, and her half-sister Hansi is 14. I met these horses through Woody Hoops, who ultimately taught me how to handle, care for, and drive the horses. Being hopelessly attached, I eventually bought them from him because I couldn't bear them going elsewhere. My horses have been driven in harness throughout their lives. They've also plowed and given folks wagon rides. They've appeared in parades in Ballard and Raymond, Washington, as well as the 125th Annual Rose Parade in Pasadena, the granddaddy of all horse parades. I've also enjoyed riding them on trails and at the beach. Norwegian fjord horses in America are a rare breed with only 7,719 individually registered purebred horses as of 2020. Most can be found in the Midwest United States, but a significant number are also found in the northwestern states and neighboring British Columbia. Not surprisingly, this is where many Scandinavian immigrants settled over the past century and a half. They show distinctive primitive markings which include zebra stripes on the legs and a unique dorsal stripe that runs from the forelock down the neck and back into the tail. The mane, featuring a center line of dark hair bordered by outer white guard hair, is cut short so that it will stand erect. It is then trimmed in a characteristic crescent style to emphasize the graceful curve of the neck. They are smaller than other breeds, weighing on average around 1,000 pounds, standing about 14 hands. They feature very thick necks and broad shoulders, as well as well-formed and strong hindquarters. Heavier horses were used in the past for farming and transportation, but more recently a smaller type has been preferred due to the influence of horse competition, dressage, gaming, and pleasure trail riding. They are known to be very nimble and sure-footed, making them ideal for packing and riding in mountainous terrain. At the same time, they are known for their friendly social behavior and willingness to work. That makes them the ideal family horse. I often muse, as we all do now and then, about who we are, where we come from, and what is our purpose in life. Living with and handling Norwegian fjord horses has been a wonderful way for me to connect with my own Norwegian heritage and to gain a deep understanding of my place in this world. I have also come to know horses, these especially, as very sensitive and intuitive creatures that learn quickly and are happy to participate in our lives. I invite you to learn more at www.nfhr.com.
Hi everyone, happy Syttende Mai from Leif Erikson Lodge. I'm Seth Marstuen, the Lodge President. I just wanted to take a moment from the Lodge membership and the LEL board to wish you a safe and happy 17th of May. While this isn't the year that we hoped it would be, and the hall won't be full of laughter and music and food and drink, we hope you have a great day, and we will be here celebrating in the garage, selling cakes and coffee and cookies. So if you're free from 4 to 6, come on by and stop and see us on the 17th of May.
For this year, Bjorn up at Scan Specialties and I are trying to organize a group of people to meet up at Scandinavian Specialties with their bunads on, with flags, with whatever else they want to show for Norwegian pride. They can get some pulsa up there, some solo, and then have a nice gradual walk downhill down here to the beer hall. We will have our front window open for akavit shots out the front window. We've got live music going on all day. We'll also have pulsa and pretzels out the front window, and 50% capacity inside, and encouraging people to get a reservation in advance because it's always a popular day in here.
Säg Norges blomsterdag, farväl du kommer fången upp din villets gröna skog. Är nu så dejligt svalt grön, la 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 la. Ja, lyster i det är i norr, bland fjäll och li och fjord, bland fjäll och li och fjord. Och friska gröna ej, så blomster röda, gula, blå och röda allt är små.
I guess being on our Viking ship every year, going down the middle of the street and seeing all of the members that I haven't seen for a year.
Hi, it's Casey McManus here. I'm sorry I couldn't be there. Well, everybody's sorry they can't be there. Damn COVID. Well, happy Syttende Mai, everybody. Wish we could all be together. Had some great times over the years. I think my funnest memory would have been racing Doug Dixon with the Mini Cooper and the Street Sweeper. You'll have to ask Doug Dixon about this story. And if you want the real version, you ask me, and I'll give you all the details later. But we're not going to post it. Take care. Happy Syttende Mai.
My biggest memory from the 17th of May was when I got to be princess for the Balkosums of Norway Lodge. I got to ride in our caretaker's MG, and I got to have all the cute little kids screaming, "It's a princess" at me. That was probably my favorite memory.
You know, one of my favorite memories of the Syttende Mai parade is my grandmother, Rondi Rood. She was involved in, dozens, it seemed like, of organizations here in Ballard and for the Norwegians. And so she would try to organize within her group to spread out the different organizations that would march, that she was affiliated with, so she could make multiple laps. So she would do it maybe 3 times at least. And there's this great picture I have of her, from sometime in the 90s, and she's on her own. She must have made her way back up to the top of the parade route and just walked down on her own, and she's waving and holding the flag. And so she's a really strong memory for that day for me.
For 130 years, Seattle was home to an annual Syttende Mai parade, celebrating Norway's Constitution Day with a parade through the Ballard neighborhood on the 17th of May. And then the storm that was the year 2020 came along, and everything was canceled. I mean everything, including this long-established Norwegian tradition. Yes, the 2020 edition of the 17th of May parade, along with all the other festivities, was canceled. But among a small group of Norwegian rebels, a germ of an idea was formed. What if there were an unofficial 17th of May parade where people gathered using social distancing and drove the parade route at the exact time it was supposed to step off? The tradition could continue. People talk to people and other people, and following a socially distant gathering, or pre-funk as they call it, cars lined up across from Larson's Bakery, and then, Sunday, May 17th at 4 p.m., this group of ragtag Norwegians began their quest. For one brief shining moment, those wandering the streets of Ballard were reminded of the specialness of this day. And for approximately half an hour, all was right with the world. Afterwards, they socially distanced together to celebrate their achievement, along with other Norwegians out and about for the day.
I painted that.
Wow, how long did it take?
Oh, it took me like a week. I also did the smoke shop with the Viking ship.
Oh, yeah.
I brought my Scandinavian spirit to,
Very good.
to Ballard boards.
Nicely done, thank you. You see, there's just something wrong with not celebrating Syttende Mai in Ballard.
We are rededicating our large Jarl's table, which seats about 12 people, as the Bjarni's booth in honor of Bjarni Varnes. His family will be here. We'll be doing a kind of a fun rededication ceremony of that area. He so well represented the Norwegian community here in Ballard, and he is sorely missed, and he was a big fan of the beer hall, and we're doing this in his honor, and it's going to be a fun day.
Hurra for 17. mai!